Okay, this one looks a bit boring, a bit challenging, but it could turn out a treat. Well, it is something that used to have a treat in it. Let's see if we can make this look good, even though it looks like a piece of shit. So we're going 200% for this one. Going to put that on and this. We're not going to make it negative positive by the looks of things. Okay, I think the hue could do hopefully some wonders with this original. I hope. It's not an easy thing to gauge. Let's just see how we go. What is it? It's a little bit messy. I found it on the ground. It is Ritz crackers. Okay, they're called Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. Da-da-da-da. It was a good piece of music. I forgot who. I think the group was called Taco, and they wrote their version of Putting on the Ritz. It's a bit of a rich person's song, but I like the synthesizer they use in that piece. Even though it's a bit, I don't know if it's sending up the rich or sending up what they do, or whether it's more admiring them, because there's some songs where people love to sing about riches, like Madonna had her song called Material Girl. Bruno Mars, a later one, has a song called 24 Karat Magic. I mean, what else could it be about apart from gold or riches? And also, Bruno Mars has a song called Versace on the Floor. So you can see that Bruno Mars is, or at least the people who wrote the songs for him. I don't know if Bruno Mars actually wrote these pieces or whether he just performs them, sings, because, you know, there are not many singer-songwriters in this world anymore. Most singers seem to have stuff written for them instead of basically writing it themselves, which I think is a bit sad. I can still find meaning in lyrics, even though the songs aren't created by the lyrics are not created by many of the artists or their collaborations, but still I can find meaningful words in song lyrics, even though it seems as if the whole music industry has gone to financial pot. You know, everyone does it for the money. Again, the people who have the money and the power control the music industry, and it seems to have been hijacked off the people who really should be controlling it, and that is the musicians and the singers themselves, the real songwriters and the talents that can sing. We shouldn't have talented people trying to busk on the street. I mean, seriously, the talented people are being shafted by these rich people. It happens in the photocopier industry too. So I'm not happy with these rich fucks that just want to control everything and make everything into a cash cow. Both music and photocopiers are two very lucrative industries, and I'm really sick of these dumbass rich people who just have control over everything, and they couldn't give a fuck about the input from people who really care, people who really have talent, not the fucking rich. The rich don't appear to have that much talent. They just seem to be a bunch of fucking bitches that just want to take over the world, take everything out of the hands of people who can really make a difference. I'm so over these people, these fuckwits. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of their fucking lives. I'm sick of their lies, not just their lives, their lies. You know, advertising, everything becomes, and yeah, then I can make sense of Robbie Williams' advertising space, but I don't even think he even wrote that. I don't know who wrote advertising space. I don't know who wrote anything anymore. I just listen to the music and find meaning out of the lyrics. Even if some fuckwit wrote the lyrics and it wasn't the actual artist that you see on display or on the radio. Now, this is not turning out as well as I was hoping for some fucking reason. This is a difficult one. But yeah, I just wish that people who are talented would get a fucking chance to do what they're good at, and they're the ones that should be making the money. And if they have any, and that after they make money, they can give money to humanitarian uses, or to clean up the planet, to make use of their riches, not squander it on fast cars and in the case of, how should I put it, a lot of them spend money on big engagement rings, like big giant stones in their engagement rings. It's like, really, everything's become so fucking monetized and so profit driven. There's just nothing sacred anymore. I really hate the way the world has become, with these rich people taking over everything and taking over lives, making people go hungry and die of hunger and thirst and lack of housing. It's just not fair anymore. But how do we stop these people from destroying our world and our way of life? Where can we find freedom again? Where can we have freedom to be ourselves and not having to be attached to work that we don't like? That we can do jobs that we actually like, and that we can actually make also a giant difference to mankind, to make planet Earth habitable for everyone, not just the rich and the famous, who just seem to cause more abuse than good. Why can't we have rich and famous people who do good things? We have a few, but not enough. The world isn't working as well as it should, because we don't have enough rich people who want to do the right thing. They all want to do what they fucking want at the expense of everyone else's. And we pay for it. We fucking pay with our lives. We pay with our time. We pay with everything, not just the fucking wallet. It's not just about the fucking wallet. It's about losing our fucking human rights altogether to these rich snobs. Honestly, I wish I could fucking kick them up the arse and tell them to fuck off. Get out of my fucking industry. The photocopier industry belongs to people who care. The music industry belongs to people who care. And also the movies. I mean, what the fuck are these people trying to, in inverted commas, put on the fucking Ritz with everything? Why does everything have to be so fucking ritzy and expensive? Honestly, seriously, I just don't know anymore. It just takes away the meaning in life when you can't make a difference and you really want to make a difference, but because of the rich people and their indifference to human suffering and toil, well, they just couldn't give a fuck. They just, as well, what rhymes with toil and has the word let on the end, toilet? That's where they expect us to die and go to the fucking, down the fucking S-bend and out into fucking oblivion. That we're no good anymore. We have no fucking, we suck because we don't have money. What is wrong with this world? It seems to be a huge problem in every country. Maybe some countries more than others, but I'm so over these fucking overinflated egos that just destroy everything that we work for. It's just not fucking fair. I don't even know anymore, I'm over this. I'm over this bullshit. I wish it would fucking die and go to hell, if a fucking hell exists. I don't even know anymore what exists. It seems the only thing that exists is the love of money, and that's what's going to be left over for the rest of eternity, is the love of money. Instead of love, the way that it is meant to be good. It looks like the love of money is going to surpass any other kind of fucking love. What is love anyway? I mean, shit, there's a song called that by Howard Jones. What an amazing song that was. I don't know, I think maybe in the early to mid 80s they were still writing songs. People like Howard Jones, a song called What is Love? I even asked my dad that question when I was 10, about the same time the song came out. I was inspired by the song to ask my dad that question. And he just returned the same answer. He returned the question. He said, what is love? So he said, what is love, in response to my what is love. So he basically just threw it back in my face, because my father's an asshole. He doesn't know what fucking love is, the bitch. I've never even seen him shed a tear. He's given me walloping when I was a kid, when I did minor things wrong, and he still hates me. I'm sure of it. He's a bully. I got bullied in the home and as well as the school, which is just so wrong. And now bullies rule everything in the world. They fucking rule the fucking world. They rule the roost. They put their noses into everything, and they push and they push and they push, and they don't give a fuck about those people who they push or they don't care about. This bullying shit must stop. I've been a victim of this bullshit in school, in work, not my current job, in work, in TAFE, college, whatever. I've just had it. I'm finished with bullies. I just wish they'd go fucking die. Bitches. And they rule everything, and I've got no respect for the fucking rich. And you, Mr. Konica Minolta, you in your fucking Japan office, whoever you are, whatever your fucking name is, I don't give a shit about your fucking name. You should fucking resign as CEO of Konica Minolta. And I can criticise Xerox, I can criticise Ricoh, I could criticise almost any other photocopier company, because they're ruled by fucking assholes who don't care about the fucking product. So yeah, I've got no fucking respect. And if you want to try and sue me for defamation or whatever bullshit, go on, try. See if I fucking care. At least I'm gonna try my best to do what is right and expose you fucking bitches. You dickheads. Fuckwits. So no more putting on the fucking Ritz for me. Yes, the song sounds cool, but I'm wondering if the song is a send-up of rich people, or whether it's actually sympathises with them. I don't know. It sounds like a send-up. I'm hoping it's a send-up, because it is quite a good song. I used to really love that song. It used to be on I think I've got that record at my mum's house, or maybe I've got it. I don't know. But it was one of the albums my dad bought, and yeah, I used to love playing that song, Putting on the Ritz. I think it's by a group called Taco. But anyway, enough about that. I think this looks pretty good. Gotta go.